Yeah.
Let's move on and talk to Billy in North Carolina. Billy, you're talking to Eric and V. What would you like to talk about? Oh, wait, there we go. Billy, you'll have the
Eric and V.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hello. What would you like to talk about?
I want to thank you, first of all. You're two really great, good-looking people. You are confident in your age bracket. And as a 60-year-old man who's only been out, I'd say publicly as an atheist for the last 5 or 6 years, I wish I had the opportunity to live my life as young as you are, with a lot more confidence. So thank you for the show.
Oh, thank you so much, Billy. And I feel that I'm still feel like I missed a whole bunch of my childhood because of religion. So I feel that.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, I started out a theist and grew up in a Pentecostal background, and then went to a Catholic school, and it's really, really tough. I liken it to the discrimination that a lot of different groups of Americans face. And it's probably maybe the last taboo almost is to be an atheist. I see homosexuals who have come so far to where they now have freedom to be themselves and live their true lives as great Americans. And one day, hopefully, there won't be such a stigma with atheists that we can just shirk off the nonsense.
I agree and I disagree with that. I would say that yes, atheists need an agenda, for lack of a better term. I was reading the book, The Gay Agenda by, I'm going to blank on her name. There's an amazing book that basically tracked the journey of LGBTQ people from like the 1940s to the 2008 California ruling on gay marriage. And so it was a fascinating look at exactly how they orchestrated it and how they came together under one banner and how they collaborated with the civil rights activists at the time, and really decided, hey, we're going to make ourselves visible. We're going to open ourselves up to potentially very harmful criticism and discrimination, but we're going to demand a seat at this table. And it worked to an extent. I mean, there's still places in the US where you will be killed for being gay. But overall, we are seeing that trend hopefully continuing towards full equality, full respect, full humanity, because they organized. And I don't think that atheists have done that here. I, however, think that it's dangerous to play the kind of what's it called? Like the victimhood Olympics, right? Where it's like, well, I'm more oppressed than you are, and you're more oppressed than I am, and try and compete in that way, because we all face different struggles. And I'd say that a straight male white atheist in America probably doesn't have more discrimination against him than, say, a Black trans woman who happens to also be Christian. So in other countries, I'd say yes. I'd say that in certain Middle Eastern countries, being an atheist is one of the biggest taboos and one of the most dangerous things that you could be. But yeah, I feel like the oppression Olympics probably isn't a helpful way to frame this, but I agree that we need to mobilize and we need to be activist and collaborate together.
Yeah, I mean, if I could just tie in a little bit. This is where I think intersectionality is incredibly important. And V, I know you were saying that already, and so I just kind of want to make sure that I highlight that. We all have different aspects to ourselves. All of these different characteristics of you intersect with each other. And because of that, recognizing that intersection can help. You know, just working on atheist things, right? Being an atheist is just an answer to one thing. It's the God question. But this show, us as hosts, I can tell you we're humanists, we're skeptics as well. And especially motivated by the humanist piece, we want to be there to help support other movements that need that help, because we see other humans in need, right? And so I just want to,
right there with you.
That's where intersectionality comes in. People say, you know, that I've heard people say that intersectionality divides people, but I think it's the exact opposite. I think I'm in a category with a lot of other people who call themselves atheists, but recognizing all of the other things that make us unique, special, who we are. You know, in as much as anyone is special, it's important to recognize. Now, I'm a nihilist.
Every walk is unique, and I understand that. It's just that what I have seen in my 60 years, there was a time when I was in my 20s and considered a good-looking man. A lot of things were a lot more acceptable. I could come out and say I'm gay, I like to have sex with other men, yet people would just look at you, and it's the old thing of, oh, it's a phase, you'll get over it, you'll try it, you won't like it, you'll come back to our side. Then you get a little older, you get more life experience, your education level becomes a little more distinct, and then all of a sudden, oh, we need to listen to this guy because he's got some oomph behind him. He's got some training, some life experience. And then you get to my age in your 50s and 60s, and you're no longer that young, good-looking, energetic, confident guy. And all of a sudden, I'm seeing young folks like you with that confidence and vigor for what your message is and what you're aiding to society. And I just congratulate you. And I wish it was probably 40 years ago for me.
Well, we're both. We're both blushing if you're not watching. We sincerely appreciate it, and
sure.
Hopefully, you're talking about when you were young, how things were much worse. Hopefully, by the time we're in 50s and 60s, that it's just that much better. And if we can just continue to push that progress forward, then I think we're doing a pretty good job. Right? We just got to keep going.
And if you don't mind the pun, just keep up the faith.
Doing the good work.
Oh no! Now there's two of you. Okay, Billy, it was really nice talking.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Billy.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, I kind of want to move to the Discord and talk to people. It's one of those days.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm down.
Okay. So if you want to join the Discord and talk to us, go to tiny.cc/ACA Discord. We're only going to have maybe less than half an hour before the nonprofits go in, but I'd kind of like to dive in. It's been a while since we've done it.
Definitely.
Can we look at the crew cam?
Woo!
People right there. They're the ones who are working tirelessly behind the scenes to make this happen. Thank you so much, crew. Y'all rock.
Oh, the cat's wearing a tie.
The cat's wearing a tie.
The cat's wearing a tie. I can't stand it. I am deceased.
Thank you so much, you guys. We could not do this without you. This is a team effort, and we're so grateful. V, you're awesome. Period.
So are you. This was a good show. I'm feeling good.
Me too. Let me see if I can get some love rings up here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's so good.
Finally figured out which side to go at.
All right. So whether you believe or you don't believe, if you're putting yourself out there and you're putting yourself at risk, it looks like the second wave is coming, or is starting to arrive.
The first wave hasn't ended yet.
One of those, regardless, for those of you who are stocking the grocery shelves, working in hospitals, taking care of the elderly, bringing food to people who otherwise wouldn't be able to get it. I mean, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. And you're doing your job. We're going to do ours. For those of you who don't believe, this is your community. And we're glad that you're here. And I've just got the warm fuzzies from that last caller. What about you, B? What do you think?
I've got warm fuzzies for a couple of the callers today.
Yeah.
Eric, I'm feeling it.
Definitely. I'm so proud to be in it. So y'all are amazing. If you have not hit the like button, if you have not subscribed, please do so, because it helps get the word out there and we can continue doing this. I think it's time, B. So for those of you who do believe, we don't hate
you.
We just think you're wrong.